Hey, Crazy Will here today. Today I'm going to tell you how I lost 65 pounds using technology, and I'm going to share what I did and what my journey was. Stay tuned. Hey, Crazy Will from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, I want to share with you guys how I lost 65 pounds using technology. That's right, guys, 65 pounds. I don't know if you guys saw some of my older videos. I was quite large. I'm going to step back for a second and show you a comparison to other videos so you can see side by side how much weight I've lost. I've struggled with my weight all my life. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always the fat kid. I mean, hey, it gives you a thicker skin, even though you kind of have thicker skin because you're a heavy kid. But anyway, for me, after 30 got really hard. I mean, you know, in my 20s, I got in really good shape because I was working out nonstop. But then you get older, you get a job, you get a house, you get a wife. Everything just started going up and up and up with my weight. It just got harder and harder. You know, it used to be when I was younger, I'd work out for like 2 weeks and I'd get back to the weight I needed to be. And then as I got older, I realized it doesn't work that way. You know, it was one of those things that you knew it was happening, but it just kind of crept up on you. At my highest, which was last year when I started doing videos, was 320 pounds. That's right, I was weighing 320 pounds. There was a huge turning point for me. And I remember it. Last year, my family gets together. We're Italian. We do the 7 fish for Christmas Eve. And every year, my cousins like to do a theme. One year it was ugly sweater, and anyway, there was always a theme. So this year it was pajamas, wear pajamas. And I was kind of being a spoiled sport. I didn't really want to do it. So I didn't bring pajamas with me, and I don't really have full-size pajamas to wear. So to cut to the chase, I'm in New York. I don't have the pajamas. All my cousins are doing it. You know, it's kind of like a family thing. So I went to Target with my wife, and me and her went in there, and I hated shopping for clothes. The biggest thing for me was shopping for clothes. I hated it because I'm a big and tall guy, and I'm big. They didn't have like 3X, which that's what I was. It was a 3X, sometimes a 4. And it was really frustrating that they didn't have my sizes. The closest they got, I think it was a 3X, or maybe it was a 2X. I go in the dressing room, and it's got one of those mirrors that go all the way around. Man! So I'm trying to fit my big butt into these pajamas, and before I put the shirt on, I looked in the mirror and I got to see all angles. And I was just like, holy shit. When the did this happen? I mean, I really was like, I knew I was big, but I didn't realize when you see every angle, you're like, damn, blew my mind. I was just like, what the hell? I'm not gonna lie, man, I almost broke down right in the friggin' dressing room. I was almost like, how did this happen? So it was so depressing, and I wore these pajamas, and I think I got a picture. I'm gonna show you the picture. And I wore these pajamas, and I looked horrible in them. I mean, it was super tight. I couldn't wait to get out of them. When we got home, I said, I gotta do something. This is getting out of control. And I told my wife, I said, you're gonna find me dead in the backyard if we don't do something. You know, because she makes all the meals. So I said, I need your help. I need you to help me with this. And my wife has been friggin' phenomenal through all this. She really just keeps up with everything and makes the meals perfect. She really jumped on board. And she said to me, and she really did, she said to me, she says, I will do this. I will help you. But the moment you tell me, leave me alone or start fighting with her, she's done. You know, if I don't follow the plan, she's done. So, you know, they kind of put it in me because my wife isn't a very confrontational person. For her to say that to me was, I want you to do this for real. Don't waste my time. And she's not that type of person, so, you know, she's very sweet. She deals with my ass. I mean, now, I had a lot of reasons I wanted to lose weight. Not only for my health, I was borderline everything. Every time I went to the doctors, it was very frustrating. They told me that at 300 pounds. So now here I am at 320. And I'm the largest in my family. And everybody's kind of ballooning up in my family. So I had my wife that I really wanted to do this for. I had me that I really wanted to do this for because I was tired of, you know, going to stores and not being able to buy the clothes off the rack. And it was really frustrating. And then I had my brother, and my brother Tom. Excuse me, my brother Tom. I love my brother Tom, and he started gaining weight, and it upset me. It really upset me. Even talking about it, I'm getting choked up about it. It upset me because he was following my shoes, and I didn't want that for him. He never had to deal with this when he was a kid. He was always a skinny kid, and now I was fat when I was a kid. I was able to deal with it. But my brother, that hit me. I wanted to show him that if his huge, ginormous brother could lose weight, then he could. So far, I think it's getting him. I think it's gonna happen, and I'm really hoping that it does, because I love my brother, and I don't want to see him go through being big, and it's hard. He was a big motivation for that. And then my parents. I noticed my parents have been gaining weight, and you know, my mother's always fought with weight. My father never had, and me and my father had a little thing going on where, you know, he said if I lost weight, he would lose weight. There was a lot of things riding on this for me that, you know, I made promises and commitments to people, and it was mainly for myself. I mean, I didn't want to be big anymore. Also, being on YouTube, that was a big motivator for me. I had to sit there and edit and see my bigness every time I was editing a video, and I'm not gonna lie, it got to me. And so I made this promise to myself. At the time, I weighed 320 pounds. Now, 11 months later, guys, 11 months later, I lost 65 pounds. I now weigh 255 pounds, okay? And it did go lower, but you know, the holiday season did just pass. I think I gained about 5 pounds back, but I did lose since then. But anyway, as of now, I weigh 255 pounds. And I gotta say, pretty awesome. All right, guys, before we get into the technology part of this stuff, I wanna emphasize on something really quick. And you know, I'm being really true and genuine with you guys when I say this, because it has to be said. You can't lie to yourself, guys. If you're overweight right now and you're pretending that you're not, or you're saying, well, I'll do it today, or I'll start it tomorrow. Listen, guys, you gotta be real with yourself. I did it. I had the technology for quite a few years before I actually got fit, and I would lie to myself. I would be like, what's one more? What's a little sip? What's another piece of pizza? I don't have to log, and I don't have to, you know, do this or do that. You gotta really want it, guys. You gotta be ready for it, and you gotta tell yourself, this is what I want to do. And like I said, and you have to have that turning point. I really feel like I got in front of the mirror and took a hard look at myself, and I said, this is not gonna do anymore, and I'm not gonna settle for this. I'm not gonna be this person anymore. I wanna be skinny. I wanna be healthy. I wanna be there for my wife later on in life, and you know, I wanna be there for my family. I wanna be the strong one. I don't wanna be the guy that ultimately everybody's gonna have to take care of because I can't get my shit together. Be honest with yourself and say, I'm gonna do this. What I use, guys, it's a little app called MyFitnessPal. And like I said, I've had it for years, and I would lie to myself. I would do good all week, and then on the weekends, I'd say, I'm having a cheat day. And this is what I used to do. And I'd have that cheat day, and I would lose a little weight, but I would never get anywhere because I kept eating the amount of calories. We don't realize how many calories one day could kill. And I didn't realize that I would eat like a pig on that day and say, I could have whatever I want, overeat, and just didn't work, guys. It just didn't work. You have to be committed to it and follow it every day. And the app, like I said, it's called FitnessPal. And what I'm gonna do is probably put a little something right here to show you what the app looks like. I'm gonna go more in depth into this app in another video, because this is more of just talking about what I did, and then I will do a MyFitnessPal app. But basically what it does, it's a calorie counter kind of app. What's really great about it, and I'm just gonna give you a quick synopsis of it, is you could do your weigh-in, you could add your water, you could add your food. And the great thing about it is it's not super hard at all. If you're at a restaurant, it actually has a location finder, so you can look up everything on the menu and figure out what the best amount of calories are. And you can barcode scan snacks, or you can type it in and say 2 eggs over easy, and there's a database. You can pick it and it shows you what the calories are. It's a great little tool to keep track. You have to measure. So basically what you do is you put your weight, you put your height, it'll tell you how many calories, and you put how much weight you want to lose. The biggest key with that app is to really put what your activity level is. See, I put no activity because another tool I used was actually my Apple Watch, and I do have a video on that if you guys want to check it out when I first got it. And that's another tool. The Apple Watch is really nice because it keeps track of your movement. It tells you need to stand up and move around. I do have a very active job, but when I get home, I don't like to move very much, and that was part of the problem. So, you know, I'd have 8 hours of work, and then I'd just come home and collapse, and I wouldn't want to do anything. And, you know, this is kind of motivating me. Hey, I got to close these rings. It's another part. You know, with the Apple Watch, it actually has rings, and you have to keep up with it. And also the Fitbit. I like the Fitbit a lot too, and that's what that video is about. It actually goes against the Fitbit, post the Apple Watch. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think they're both really great. They both have their merits in certain ways. So get yourself a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. You know, follow it. Great is the MyFitnessPal actually links with these devices, even though the Apple Watch keeps unlinking it and relink it, and it adds calories calories. Me personally, I never used the calories because I wanted to lose weight. So to me, anything extra was gravy. So it was just awesome. So I just left it alone. I said, oh, if I got an extra 200 calories that week that I get to take off. The MyFitnessPal doesn't only track calories, it keeps track of everything, your sugar intake, your salt intake, everything pretty much that you ate for the day. Another thing, guys, that I highly recommend you get yourself a smart scale. The reason why I say that, I showed you my weight in the beginning of the video. That was actually from this smart scale. This is just a good way to keep track of your weight and make sure that you're keeping on target. And it's nice and simple. You open up the app, you step on the scale, and it gives you weight. And I'll leave a link down below for this scale. It's worked out really well for me. It is glass, tempered glass. It's one of those things that you need to have to keep track. Another key thing is, do not weigh yourself every day, guys. Do not weigh yourself every day. I cannot stress this enough because you will just constantly look at it. I do it once a week. Once a week, every Thursday. I don't know why I picked Thursday, but I did. Every Thursday, I step on the scale at the same time every day. It's first thing in the morning after breakfast. The same time every week. That's where I get my weight and I see where my progress is. And you know, the thing for me is, do not take it as a punch in the face, if you will. You want to take the weight and say, okay, now you have data. You could look at the MyFitnessPal and say, where did I go wrong? You could look at your Apple Watch. Where did I go wrong? You could see, where was my activity level? I was under calories, but hey, my grams of fat on MyFitnessPal say I'm only supposed to have like 49 grams of fat and you did 70. That's where you're going wrong. So you have tools to go back, go through, look through everything and figure out, where is this going wrong? How can I lose more weight? I don't really exercise because I said I do have my job. It's a block long, so I'm running back and forth all day long, and I do probably about anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. Now, I want to talk about what I eat. This is a big thing. You know, a lot of people think, oh my God, you know, what am I going to eat? You know, you're going to be on this diet. It's not a diet, guys. All you're doing is you're reducing your intake. Okay, like for me, instead of having 5 to 6 slices of pizza, I have 2 or 3. You know what I mean? It's a simple concept. Now, quick tips of food-wise. My wife, I'm a lucky man. And I probably said this in my videos before, I'm a very lucky man. My wife, which she does not care about my weight, that's not why I did it, she could care less. Like I said, she's a Chubba lover. She figured out that leaner meats, hamburger meat, she learned to start making meals like we have hamburgers. I could still have 2 hamburgers, but the leaner meat made such a difference. I think it used to be 80-20, now she gets 90-10. Like, I'm gonna show you some pictures of stuff that I eat, but she makes me egg whites in the morning throughout the week with turkey sausage or ham with a little bit of cheese, and it's all protein in the morning just to get the motor running, because I never used to eat breakfast, which that was a mistake of mine. You gotta eat breakfast in the morning. I still have my 2 cups of coffee, but I reduced the sugar. Instead of 5 scoops of sugar in the damn coffees, I had, 2 decent sized sugars, and I still have my cream. I love my cream, so I didn't want to give that up, but I have 2 cups of coffee every morning. But she uses lower fat stuff, more vegetables, and those are the type of meals that I would eat. And now on the weekends, I like to have my bagel, because I'm from New York and I love my bagels, and my real eggs, still turkey sausage, or if we go out, we measure it, or I skip a meal on the weekends. I skip lunch, and that way when we get to dinner, we have almost like we have dinner around 4, and then I eat a healthy dinner. So, it's give and take, guys. If you want to have that big breakfast, put it in, get what you really want, put it in there, see what you're willing to sacrifice, and then give up something throughout the day, maybe a snack, maybe a meal, and replace it with a snack because it's less calories. There's ways around this, and I figured it out. And if you play with this app enough, if you play with MyFitnessPal, Fitbit, or Apple Watch, and you use a scale, you don't have to get an electronic scale. It's just something I want to show off because it's just something that's easy for me to just grab my phone, throw it up there, and weigh myself, to record it because I forget numbers, I don't know why. That'll help you, and that'll push you towards your goal. I can't tell you, I still got a long way to go. I would like to be at my comfortable weight, and my realistic comfortable weight is probably about 240. I can't tell you how good it feels. I'm a 2X now instead of a 3 or 4. I went from a size 46 jean to a size 40. It's amazing to me, and I know it doesn't sound much to you guys, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I cannot tell you the feeling feeling when you finally get here. And like I said, it's been like 11 months. I weigh 255. What it feels like. You know, like this was a new season and I went to go try on my old clothes and they looked ridiculous on me. I needed to buy smaller clothes and I can go to the regular store and buy clothes and not worry, do they have a 3X? Do they have a 4X? I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't have to special order my pants no more. I'm almost a regular size person and I still got a long way to go. I would like to be a size 38. That's my goal. But I'm a big guy and I know this. And I'm not looking to be some skinny, you know, Brad Pitt or whoever's popular right now type of guy. That's not me. I just want to get my body where I'm comfortable, feel confident, and I'm almost there. I almost feel great about the way I look, and I'm really excited. I want to keep chopping out at it, and I don't think it's ever going to stop for me. And it's like second nature for me. And you know, I've had my pitfalls where I've gotten off track, and then get right back on it. Don't wait. Just fight. You know, fight. It's a fight. You know, for me, it's always been a fight. Ever since I was a little kid, it's always been a fight. You know, that cake or the, you know, just fight for you. You know, fight for your family, fight for your health. Fight, guys. It's so worth it. I feel amazing now, and I love it. I like the motivation that I spark in my family. I can see it in my mother. I can see it in my father. I can see it in my brother. My brother Tom. He's really doing it. He's really putting everything in it. I'm so proud of that kid, man. Well, he's not a kid. He's an adult. He's my little brother. But anyway, I'm very proud of him. I'm glad that he's pushing and he's trying to fight and get into the size that he wants. I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. Go out there and get it. I hope I motivated someone out there. If you could look at my old videos and see how heavy I was and see where I'm at now, and I still got a long way to go, guys. I'm not saying it, but 65 pounds is a pretty good feat. You could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. So, you know, I'm gonna say it because I always do at the end of my videos, and I mean it, and I'm not a bullshitter, guys. I do everything I put my mind to, and this was one of those things. And you know, yet again, I've had videos in the past where I've proved to you that, you know, you could do anything you put your mind to, and here we are again, another video where I'm showing you you could do anything you put your mind to. So get out there and do it. I ate cause I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy cause I ate. It's over. That's it, guys. I mean, there's other videos up there, or if you want to do me a huge favor, click the like button, or subscribe button's even better.